Hi guys, welcome back.
What's good?
I'm YaYa.
I'm Dej.
I almost said I was Dej.
I almost said I was YaYa.
Look, we need to start like you go first and then I'll go because it throws us off every time we switch it up. But yeah, so today is gonna be a part 1, episode 1, first, whatever you want to call it, to our how-to series that we're gonna do here on our channel.
So if you are a beginner just like me, this is a great video to start
Not to say that I'm a pro, because by all means I'm not, but
she knows a lot more than me, and she's going to school for it.
Yeah, I've kind of put that on the back burner for right now.
Oh.
There's a lot going on that I can't deal with it right now, but I'm gonna go back, I promise. So yeah, just go ahead and subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. I don't know why I'm so sassy today. And if you want to learn how to shade match your foundation to your face and find your undertones, just go ahead and keep on watching.
And if you like my shirt, push the like button. It's panties and socks
and a t-shirt. That's actually kind of cute. Where the heck did you get that?
At Urban.
Oh,
it's my pajama shirt.
They have faces.
Yeah,
it's kind of cute.
It's a cute pajama shirt.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get on into the video.
This way. This way.
It's one of them ways. I don't know.
What's poppin'?
Lip gloss is poppin'. Lip gloss is cool. I don't remember.
You know, we kind of sing like a bit of a song in every video.
Do we really? You said what's poppin', so the first thing that came to mind was, what was her name? Little Mama.
Little Mama.
Okay, so we're gonna do the first episode of our how-to series.
I'm also learning during these series. Just like this first part, she's always getting mad at me.
So the first one is we are going to properly swatch foundations. I really should have wrote down what I was going to say.
Many of you might do what I do.
Yeah.
And do it right here.
You can't really find your foundation shade this way, and that's like it's a really old school way of doing it. But like, as you can see, the inside of my arm is lighter than my face. That's one part of your body that doesn't tan. So if you've been in the sun, your face is gonna have a little bit of a tan to it. So you can't necessarily go by that. You can't go by the top of your arm because, you know, your arms are probably darker than your face, like mine. And then another thing is trying to find your undertone. A lot of people go by like the color of the veins in their arm, which you can do that, but there's also an easier way. How do you do that? By looking at it. Sometimes people have really green veins, some people have really blue, and then there's people that have both. People who have both are more of a neutral tone. Green, I think, is more of a cool tone, and blue is more of a warm tone.
I learned something new.
I
did not.
Don't quote me on that, though you probably should be able to because it's an how-to series. But I might have it confused. I didn't look at a book before I did it. Anyway, there is an easier way to tell someone's undertone. It's normally to look at their neck and their chest. So if you look, I'm yellow. She's more pink. So drugstore foundations are either going to be pink or they're going to be yellow. Now when you get into the high-end stuff, they go more into the neutral pink and just yellow or olive or just neutral. But every foundation line starts off with just a yellow and a pink. That's why a lot of people have issues where their foundations are too pink or they're too red or they're not golden enough. Those type of issues.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm more yellow. She's a little more pink. I would say she's more of a neutral to a pink, but if I had to choose between just yellow and pink, she'd be pink. So we have some foundations here. One of these do match her face. The other three are mine. One of which don't. I mean, honestly, all three of these barely match my face, so we're not gonna. But yeah, I want to show you guys that one, how to swatch, where to swatch, and how to tell which one is your actual match. So we're gonna start off. And I'm just taking. This is really an eyeshadow brush, but it doesn't matter.
Should I go a little this way so the light can hit? So they can see.
And also doing it with a either in daylight or with a ring light, honestly, is going to make the biggest difference, because if you don't have daylight and you have a ring light, the ring light is going to show you what is going to actually be once you step outside into the light. So a lot of people are in their bathrooms doing their makeup where the lighting's completely different than outside. So if you are able to get a right in the bathroom, they might look like it matches, but once they go outside, it doesn't. So if you're able to get a ring light, even if it's a cheap one, it doesn't matter. It will help. So we're gonna start with this color, and I'll tell you guys the colors later.
First, guess which one is my red color.
Just
if you
don't
guys
guess
can.
yet. So I'm just gonna blend this in a little. Honestly, this isn't a bad match for you either. I knew this was gonna happen. Well, no, because look, if you look at the light, you can see that that doesn't match. Like it does, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's close, but it's
like a little too light, I think. Is it?
It's a little yellow for you.
I'm trying to see.
Trying to multitask, huh? Okay. So then we're gonna try this next one. And we'll go right next to it.
Yeah, I always swatched right here, and she would always be like, "That's not how you color swatch."
Also, you have to take into consideration that most foundations are going to oxidize as they sit out. So, I mean, let it sit for a minute. I didn't get enough brushes out. Good thing I have a lot of them.
Oh, she has brushes galore, you guys.
I might have made that first swatch too big. But like that one you can definitely see.
Oh,
like you can see all three. I can see all three. Well, I am just sitting right here, but so you want to swatch it. So if you can tell, I'm doing like the bottom part of her face into her neck, because ultimately that's where you want it to. That is actually pretty blended out. That's where you want it to match into, because you don't want to be a floating head. Yep, thanks. This one's just going to be a little harder because I'm running out of space. And this brush sucks for trying to blend it out. So, with looking at it, you guys, I can see all four lines. So this is one, this is another, this is another, and that last one, honestly, you can barely see it. You can see it right there, but
I'm trying to let
that,
you
like,
guys
even
see.
the one on your chin right here, you can barely see that.
Yeah, it looks like you didn't really put nothing there.
And guess what? That would be your shade. The one that when you put it there and you can barely see it or not see it at all, that's your shade. So this first one, now again, I'm a different undertone, so that's partially why these don't work on her face, but it gives you the idea. Now this one right here, that's pink, that is almost, that is her undertone, it's just too light. Now, someone at Sephora told me that that was my shade.
What?
Wrong. I make it work though. Because I really don't put that much on. Anyway, so this first one that we did is Matt's. Wrong. It's NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat in the color tan.
Color.
Bronzage. I don't know what that. It says tan. Gotta do old school YouTube here. Nope, doesn't want to focus. Oh well. The second one we did was Tarte's Rainforest of the Sea in tan sand.
Tan sand.
I'm a lot of sand colors, you guys. Fenty was the one that someone told me was my shade, and it's not. The third one that we did.
Yeah, you can see that
and
one.
And it's right in 280. Now, the one that is her shade color is dun dun dun. The
peach.
Peach Perfect. And her color is
sand.
Her color is sand, you guys. And ironically, I bought the Born This Way foundation, and somehow they're the same shade name, but they're two different colors.
So I said we just come from two different beaches.
Yeah, she's more of a Pacific Islander. I'm more of a, I have no idea. Yep, don't know.
A private island beach.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, take me there. Take me there. I wanna go there. Anyway, I'm not good at singing, you guys. I love music. So yeah, that was our video on how to properly swatch foundations.
Did you guys learn? Did you learn?
I know I kind of like
I hope
went through that pretty quickly, but if you do have any questions, feel free to ask down below.
Damn.
Our email is there too. If you don't want to put yourself on blast, go ahead and send an email.
Or you can follow us
on
Instagram.
On Instagram.
And DM us.
DM us.
To find us on Twitter. Most likely she's going to be answering you guys back in the messages if you guys send any, because she knows a lot more than I do. Hence, I just learned this.
Hence. But yeah, go ahead and let us know what you think. If you have any other things you guys want to learn, go ahead and let us know down below. I'll be more than happy to do the research for you, give you the 411 and all of that.
Because I wish that I knew there was videos out here like this for me to learn.
I mean, I'm sure there are somewhere, but they're like kind of old school.
Yeah.
They're probably deep in there.
Like 2012, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe.
And thank you to everyone who has.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for joining the Whoop family. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Whoop family or Whoop squad?
Whoop squad.
You guys pick. Whoop squad or Whoop family?
You guys want to be a squad or a family?
I mean, they're kind of the same thing.
But
which one sounds better? So yeah, that's the end of this one. We will see you guys in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.